Going through a body transformation is complete vanity. And that's what people are going to tell you. And to some degree, they're right that yes, trying to improve your body composition is a vanity project. But that is only the case if you're looking at this on a surface level. But I genuinely believe that a body transformation is deeper than that. And I'm talking at this from an angle of someone who has been through the experience, from personal experience. And before we go any further, if you're new to the channel, I want to say welcome, first and foremost. And on this channel, I'm going to be talking things, or all things body transformation and becoming a better version of yourself. As someone who spent the best part of my life, probably around 15 years, trying to improve my body as a vehicle of improving my own personal confidence. And the thing that stopped me getting there was falling into all the bullshit information that social media puts out there, all the bodybuilding forums, and it just kept me stuck for years on end, like the hacks, the bodybuilder approach. But nothing worked for me until I found my own way. So a big part of this channel is going to be talking through or using my personal experience to make sure other people who are where I was not fall into the same traps, because I believe when you're more confident in your physique, in your body, it has a positive impact on the way you show up in your life. But to the topic of the video, in a similar vein to kind of what I've just said, it's going to link to what I've just spoken about. A physical transformation is deeper than just vanity. And again, I say that coming from a place of someone who spent a large part of my life not feeling confident in my own body. I've been on both sides of the spectrum. I've been on the side where, you know, as a skinny kid, I grew up as a skinny kid, and I've also been overweight, or to be more specific, going through bulks, gaining way too much body fat, and picking up some pretty bad habits on the way and not feeling comfortable in my body. But I'm going to put a picture up here. This is me in 2017, maybe 2018. And this is probably the skinniest I'd been in my adult life. And it's also the lowest I'd been from a confidence perspective and the way that I saw myself. And I was pretty much a shell of the person that I am now. To the point where, do you know what, before I even get into that, like, I want to tell you how I got into that place. And around that kind of era, 2017, I fell into the vegan lifestyle. Not even too sure how that happened, but during that phase, I lost a shit ton of weight. And I thought, you know, I was eating all these clean, healthy foods, living the vegan way. And I thought at the time, all the stuff and information I was taking in, again, from social media, had me believing that was the way to go. But going to that place with my physique, ending up in that position, that's how I know that how you feel in your body is going to reflect in the way you show up in the world. Like, self-image is a thing. And yeah, like I said, I was a shell of myself. I remember not wanting to really go out around people and be social because I was worried about how people were going to see me. And anytime I was in those situations, I spent a lot of my time thinking, are they recognizing or seeing what I'm seeing of myself? And being so self-conscious to the point where I wasn't present in what I was doing around friends, around family, just worried about how am I being seen? How am I being seen? And I remember one time being out and about, and I think what triggered this was seeing a reaction from a friend. I remember the quick scan they gave me, and they recognized, like, in that moment, I knew they'd seen what I was seeing. Even at work, I remember being at work in the office, again, still being this skinny, trousers feeling really baggy on me, like my work top feeling baggy, and then people looking at my legs or glancing at my legs. And I remember thinking, Jesus Christ, like, you didn't want to be seen. I wanted to just be in the corner on my computer and no one recognized me for the day, just get my head down, do my work, and get home ASAP. Not a great way to be living. Even saying that out loud now, it's kind of, you know, I feel sorry for that version of myself at that point. But on the other side of things, like gaining weight for a bulk, just in that permanent bulk state, looking like the Pikachu here, it's on that perma bulk. At first, I was pretty happy just to not be skinny anymore. Like, I had that fake illusion where my arms are filling my sleeves, I could feel my chest touching my t-shirt, I could see my legs in my trousers and whatnot. So I was happy from that perspective. But anytime I took my top off, I was unhappy because I just looked out of shape, soft, not looking like I lifted. And again, that reflected in how I showed up in the world, and, you know, feeling self-conscious when summer came around, not wanting to wear t-shirts, wearing a hoodie if I could get away with it, sucking in so people didn't notice my belly. And then again, you're in your head thinking, oh, I wish clothes fit me a little bit better. You're spending more time getting ready than you would like to because you're thinking about these things, and you're just aware of how you're perceiving yourself in that situation, which again isn't ideal, but you probably get the picture from what I'm talking about here. Like, I fully get it. I've been on both sides of the scale. How you perceive yourself will directly impact the version of you that you put out there into the world. And I've said that a few times in this video already because I genuinely believe that is the case. Like, my coaching program is literally called Built for More for that very reason, because it is about more than just a physical transformation. Yes, I help my clients get a physical transformation, but they're the people that see the most progress and make this a change for life, feel confident in their body, feel strong in the capabilities of what they're able to do with their body. It's because it's linked to a deeper reason of who they want to become, and their choices they make are in line with that vision of themselves. But I'm not going to go too far down that route because that could be a whole nother video in itself, and you probably picked that up from watching my videos that I talk about this mindset stuff, because it's more than just a training plan. It's more than just the right macros. It is your identity, so to speak. But let me not digress. Let me not get too far down that rabbit hole. But yeah, it is about that version of you, like how you show up around friends, how you show up around family, in your career, and it's not having that niggle in the back of your head of the way you're presenting yourself. It's not, sitting in meetings and being afraid to put your hand up and speak your ideas because you don't want the whole room to look over at you, and you're going to feel self-conscious or thinking, are they going to notice my gut, how tight my work clothes are fitting. It's feeling confident within how you feel within yourself, that when you're at family parties and when the camera's out, you're not afraid to get involved. In fact, you're the one that's asking for someone to get a picture. So you're creating those memories that you can look back on in 5, 10, 20 years time. Yeah, man, that's what it's about for me. So when people say it's all vanity, oh, you just want a six pack. You ain't got to get a six pack to look good. But, having muscles is vain. Yeah, to some people it might be vain, and yeah, vanity is perfectly valid, like I've already said in this video. But it is so much more than that. It is, when you feel good in yourself, when you accomplish hard things, that does reflect outwardly into the world and the version of yourself that you project onto people. And it's why I'm so passionate about helping people that were like me, like wanting to feel more confident in physique, want the lean and strong looking body. And for me, my purpose is guiding people away from the bullshit so they haven't got to spend as much time as I did not feeling comfortable and confident in myself. And I want to show people that it doesn't have to be this big complex affair that completely takes over your life, living like a bodybuilder. It can be simple, it can complement your life, and you can reap the benefits that I've gone through in this video of what comes with living that lifestyle. Because yeah, the before and after picture is sick, but I know what it's going to do for your life when you go through that transformation in a way that fits in with your lifestyle. You do the hard work, you put it in, and how the way you see yourself changes. Like, I've been through it myself. If I hadn't been through that change and I guess developed the self-belief in recognizing what was possible, I probably wouldn't even be sat here now recording this YouTube video. I probably wouldn't even have started my coaching business 5 years ago. In fact, I was meant to start my coaching business many years before that, and I didn't start it because, again, I had that low view of myself of how people were going to see me. But yeah, big things happen when you go through your physical transformation. It's more than a transformation. It's a vehicle for getting what you want out of life. This might sound woo-woo. If it does sound a bit woo-woo to you, I would have thought the same thing if you told me all this 8 years ago. If I sat here watching this video 8 years ago, I probably would have laughed. But yeah, man, this is real. This is what it's about. But anyway, if any part of this video has clicked for you, you can apply to work with me in my one-to-one coaching program, Built for More. There's going to be a link down in the description. Or if you just enjoyed the video, you resonated with what I'm speaking about, make sure you hit subscribe, and I will catch you in the next video in a bit. Peace.